I would like to call upon the Government to undertake initiatives to protect politicians from surveillance by foreign governments and private tech companies. The rather lax approach to security, along with the nature of our data protection laws, means that the ministers, TDs, senators, city and county councillors, along with the people who work with them, are all vulnerable. Within the last week, major concern was expressed about the use of Hikvision CCTV in the Houses of the Oireachtas. Hikvision, which has links to the Chinese Communist Party. The manufacture of security equipment was banned in several jurisdictions over security concerns. In Italy, there were concerns that the devices that sent data back to China. The same company is also implicated in human rights abuses of the Uyghur people. The Irish Council of Civil Liberties has said, in addition to the risk that cameras inside their Oireachtas may be reporting back to China, security researchers regularly find new security vulnerabilities that allow hackers to seize full control of various types of Hikvision cameras. I won't comment on the work being done by the National Cybersecurity Centre and the Office of Public Works, but I would urge that some consideration be given to how vulnerable politicians are being compromised. I am mindful that many politicians and their staff often have one phone which they use for both personal and private use. WhatsApp, which is owned by Meta, Facebook's parent company, is used widely for political activity. While WhatsApp end-to-end encryption does provide more security than other forms of digital communication, it is still not appropriate for parliamentarian communication. We need to consider how we can counterbalance concerns regarding cybersecurity with what is practical and reasonable. Due to the lack of resources provided, if a councillor were to find themselves subject to an FOI, GDPR or court proceedings, there is a risk that their personal data could be compromised. Many local and national politicians need training on how they can best protect themselves. While the government is now looking at banning telecommunication companies from using high-risk vendors, which could potentially include Chinese companies, the US government banned TikTok on all federal government devices. We should consider something similar. The Chinese government is not exceptional in conducting espionage, and global surveillance disclosures leaked by Edward Snowden revealed that the US National Security Agency monitored calls from the 35 world leaders. So, Leader, I think this warrants consideration and a debate on. Thank you.
Sharon spoke at length this morning, Senator Sharon Keogan, about the worrying, I suppose, information that has come to light in the last couple of weeks, not just with regard to the cameras that might be in this premises, and I do believe the Ceann Comhairle is going to report to us through the Commission, so hopefully to reassure everybody, but just the growing rise of behaviour of organisations into the activities, particularly of politicians, but maybe more so of a wider group of people that may seem to have influence. And when you look at what the countries across Europe, and in particular the EU, have done in the last number of years, they didn't take those actions without probably good reasons. So, Sharon, I'll try and organise a debate with the Minister. I assume it's the Minister for Communications, and I'll come back to you with the date.